Alrighty. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Let me check the frame here. It's not ragged to the battery. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of Last Frontier Garage. This is a 1998 Ford Expedition with a 4.6 liter Triton V8. And they are notorious for a lean fuel condition, setting lean codes. It's a P0171 and a 174. What that is, that's two separate codes, meaning bank 1 and bank 2 are running lean. So my job is to find out why, so we don't hurt the motor and we have lack of power. So first thing I did was, of course, pulled the codes, and I was able to look at the live readings. And what you do is you look at the fuel trims, and those are going to tell you if the computer's trying to add fuel or not. And at wide open throttle down the road, the fuel trims are just maxed out, meaning the computer is trying to add more fuel, literally making the injector stay open a little bit longer because it's not seeing the right readings. Basically, and I'm going a separate direction here because it could be caused by low fuel pressure, meaning there's not enough fuel there getting to the injector, so it's having to stay open longer. Or the mass airflow sensor is just causing a misreading, or there's a vacuum leak causing too much air coming in. And so that's what we're here to find out. And I don't think it's a vacuum leak because it's happening at wide open throttle, more so than it is at idle. So at idle, you would see more of a fuel trim issue. I'm still going to look at those things because they're very common on here. So, I thought I grabbed the right socket. 1 second. I was going to move this inside, but I figured I'd just work on it out here. As I searched for my 10mm, I was looking for the long one I got, but this one will do. And we're going to remove this cover here. So we can just get a better look at everything. Now, of course, that one's that's what I figured. These come with like an 11mm or 7/16, and I replaced those two. So this side is the original here. It's usually wide. I think the old ones. No, I have no idea, guys. I'm just here. Who knows? Talking about bolt sizes here. Okay, so we're gonna inspect the vacuum lines real quick. Let me climb up in here, and I'll bring you up over here in a second. Let me just do a quick it's a hard line to the back of the motor. It's a hard line going this way. There's a hard line going that way, and this particular system, so what's common on these, and back here where the PCV system, the positive crankcase ventilation system, that's what basically keeps what's inside the engine clean of excess fuel vapors and keeping everything ventilated. So back here there's a rubber piece that usually just gets all messed up and just deteriorates, right? So that's what you're looking for if you've got a vacuum leak type of situation. I'm just going to take off the PCV valve here and make sure we're good to go. I'm being careful not to drop a bunch of nasty dirt and crap into the engine while I'm looking at it. Because it is just caked with dirt, but everything kind of looks okay. I'll listen for some vacuum leaks later, but I don't think this thing has the common vacuum leak. There's also a common vacuum leak at the intake, where it's literally an intake manifold leak, and I don't think this one's showing those signs either, because at idle it seems to run decently. It's just when you're really working hard, more and more leaning towards this is going to be a fuel pressure issue. But so let me my wife, she wants me to come over there, but I'm not sure what she's doing. So let's take a look here. The way I designed this light is terrible. Okay, let's see if I can see here. I'm having to look at the camera. So there's the PCV valve, that piece of metal there into the valve cover. Wow, this is the most terrible design I've got hanging in my camera. Let me see if I can adjust this. Okay. Alright, sorry guys. Sorry to make you sick. Anyway, there is the PCB. You can see all the dirt. Back there is the line. The vacuum going straight back. It's a different style on this one. This one actually has a better system on it. Seems to, at least. And then the other side of it, we also have a breather here, which is not hooked up to vacuum, but it is hooked up to the. It basically gets caught up in the air being flown in, so it's like the other side of the system. And those it looks good. It's not too terribly soft, so I think I can rule out vacuum line leaks. Still haven't ruled out that intake, but let's see here. Next we're going to look at the mass airflow sensor here, and let me see if I can set it down without it falling off here. I really need to upgrade my camera stand. Alright guys, sorry. Good lord. This is ridiculous. Alright, so that's too low. I don't want to do that. There we go. Hope it doesn't fall over here. Okay. So what this is here, of course, is your air filter box or whatever you want to call it. Get your inlet air temperature sensor right here. Just, you probably can't, I don't know if that's on camera, but it's just past this thing. And then we'll look at the air filter. I remember changing that not too long ago. And you know, by the way the mass airflow was reading on the scan tool, I need to get a different light because the light isn't even pointed towards. There we go. Let's see there. So those little sensors in there, I don't know if you can see those or not, guys. Inside that little hole, there's a couple of very sensitive sensors, and they are probably dirty because it looks kind of dirty in there. In fact, it looks real dirty, so it might just be that. Also, the spark plugs I know need to be changed. They're just old, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna check the fuel pressure and then make a plan. You know, big plan of attack here. Sorry, I should have just left it there. All right. So this needs to be cleaned. The mass airflow sensor definitely needs to be cleaned. It might need to be replaced. It seems to be reading weird, but I don't have a lot of time actually looking at live readings and figuring stuff out. Okay, let me find what I'm looking for now. Is basically a little Schrader valve to plug in to the fuel system, which I'm hoping this has one. Hoping beyond hope, because then it will be a lot longer process for me to test the fuel pressure. There it is. Yes. Okay, we're going to use this OTC It's a decent, I had to actually kind of rebuild it because it leaked, but it seems to work. And let's see if this Schrader valve thing hooks up. So I just got basically, oh, that's what I did, because it wasn't reading right. Oops. Yeah, it was leaking. It was leaking through this bleed valve, where you can test it and bleed it off and test it again. It was leaking through that, so I just got rid of that. You got a little bolt that fit and used the O-ring. It seems to seal. So this is back here. I'm not gonna try and film it until I get a better camera system. It's gonna be ridiculous trying to use that. All right. Okay, so this thing is right under the heater hose, and okay, so I got a pretty good access here. The last time I used this, yeah, I didn't have one of these, so I had to basically, and I don't have a kit. It comes with all the different accessories you'd ever need, so I had to kind of figure it out, you know. And let's see if this is gonna work. Okay, this is a smaller style. Don't I got an adapter? I think I got an adapter. Boom. Going adapter tough right now, baby. Alright, this is gonna be interesting. I think I'm gonna have to. Okay, wait. Oh, that's gonna shoot through. The minute I start seating that, so let's see here. Alright, so straight up, it's looking low. Alright. I actually forgot I was filming for a second. There we go, guys. I had to kind of get that, I had to get in the mode there. So this thing is now hooked up. And now we're going to go ahead and get a reading. And let's see, I haven't looked up the spec yet, but let me grab my keys real quick. Hey, babe.
That's fun. Something that can go in the garage. Handsome man is bed.
Cool. All right. Thanks, baby.
Oh,
What?
do you want me to call you to pray?
Alright, guys. Living life here. So, looks like it's reading 30 psi. Alright, it's at 28. Alright guys, I'm going to shut this off, and we're going to look up the spec on what the fuel pressure is supposed to be at idle, and then if that's correct, then I'm going to have to figure out a way to drive it to actually get a look at what the fuel pressure is at wide open throttle. At that point, we're going to put a fuel filter in it. If the fuel pressure does not change, we're going to put a fuel pump in it, or at least take it out. And it's an old fuel pump. I don't think it's ever been done on this, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's getting tired. Then we're going to put spark plugs in it as well, and wires, just because I know it needs to be done. We'll clean the mass airflow, and I want to do a carbon cleaning. I wish I had my own kit to do that, but these things get carbon buildup in them that robs them of any, a lot of performance and runnability and stuff. So anyways, I gotta head in. Hope y'all have a great one. Thanks for watching Last Frontier Garage.